Hey everybody, this is Jimmy with the Unusual Minds, watching bad movies so you don't have to. On this episode of Behind the B Movie, we are taking a trip to an isolated jungle to visit a voodoo witch doctor with I Eat Your Skin. So make sure to moisturize beforehand because some of us don't like to chew our food. I Eat Your Skin, also known as Zombies, also known as Zombie Bloodbath, and also yet known as Voodoo Bloodbath, is a 1971 American horror film written, produced, and directed by Del Tenney. The film was shot entirely in Florida in 1964 under the title Caribbean Adventure to disguise it from potential investors, the fact that it was a zombie film. The film failed to find a distributor and was shelved until 1971, when distributor Jerry Gross bought it and retitled it to form his exploitational-sounding double feature, I Drink Your Blood and I Eat Your Skin. The film follows the adventure of a playboy novelist who travels to a voodoo island in the Caribbean to research a new book. While there, he unexpectedly encounters a voodoo cult whose leader intends to take over the world with an army of zombies. The film stars William Joyce, Heather Hewitt, and Walter Coy. I Eat Your Skin was made by Del Tenney Productions, and it is a regional film, defined by regional horror film specialist Brian Allwright as one that is A, filmed outside of a general professional and geographical confines of Hollywood, B, produced independently, and C, made up with a cast and crew made up primarily of residents of the states in which the film was shot. Academic film critic Peter Dendel notes several problems that point to the production phase of I Eat Your Skin. He writes that all aspects of writing, staging, and dialogue are hopelessly contrived. And as to the zombies themselves, he says that the makeup effect consists of a coating of plaster over the face and neck, which apparently doesn't reflect decomposition since it appears so quickly. And he quotes James O'Neill as referring to them in his book Terror on Tape as bug-eyed, crud-faced zombies. Tenney's original intent was to release the film, then known as Zombies, on a double feature with Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster. I Eat Your Skin was produced on a $120,000 budget and was sold for a gross of $40,000. Film critic Brian Sen notes that even in 1964, shooting a horror film in black and white and expecting to find a decent distributor was an act of pure optimism. Sen adds that when Tenney was asked in an interview what he thought of I Eat Your Skin, he laughably admitted, "I didn't like it very much and I thought it was sort of silly." In another interview, Tenney said that the film was shot in 3 weeks, not his usual 2 weeks, because 20th Century Fox required him to use a union production crew. If he did not, he said, the company would not distribute the movie. Tenney felt that the union members were slow and uncooperative. He also said that delays were caused by a hurricane and by members of the cast and crew needing medical treatment for snake bites and other illnesses contracted in the Florida swamps during filming. I Eat Your Skin premiered in Los Angeles May 5th, 1971. And it was distributed by Cinemation Industries to drive-in theaters with I Drink Your Blood, and on a mandatory double feature, so theaters were required to show both films of the double feature. On TV, Elvira's Movie Macabre aired the film twice. The first time in 1981 when the program was still a local show in Los Angeles, and again in 2011 when the program was a nationwide syndication. In the Zombie Movie Encyclopedia, Dennell writes, "Never mind the title, this is as mild as horror gets." But he goes on to say that even I Eat Your Skin has its good moments. For example, In an unanimously creative sense, a zombie blows up the protagonist's plane by casually walking in the propeller while holding a box of explosives. A zombie suicide bomber. Critic Glenn Clay damns the film with faint praise. After nothing, the bad effects, horrible dialogue, and a Muzak-inspired score, he calls the movie a goofball flick and a concoction that is fascinating and, like so many other films of the 1960s, is almost entertaining in a so bad it's good way. British critic Jamie Russell's review is a bit harsher. He writes that I Eat Your Skin is a laughable voodoo-esque tale with woeful zombies and was shelved for reasons obvious to anyone who's had the misfortune of sitting through it. But he points out that the film's historical place as part of the bumper crop of post-Night of the Living Dead movies, although adding that most of these movies have slid into mostly deserved obscurity. Overall, when you watch this flick, there are quite blatant reasons it didn't find a distributor for close to a decade. Parts of it are poorly lit, the editing is rough, a lot of these shots are amateurish at best, and the dialogue is awful. And for a film entitled I Eat Your Skin, no zombies are even seen to eat anybody's skin anywhere in the film. However, for anyone interested in the history of independent film within the zombie subgenre of horror, then this corny yet unpretentious voodoo jungle adventure is a must-see. Even most of your casual zombie fans can enjoy it, maybe after a few drinks, and you might even have a few laughs. I say, give it a whirl. And this has been Jimmy with the Unusual Minds, always watching bad movies so you don't have to. Make sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know that might want to take a zombie jungle adventure.